All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Impact RPG. This is the very first episode of a brand new campaign, Waterdeep is Falling, where a group of adventurers uncover the unusual and supernatural around Waterdeep. Let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting with Leland.
Hey everyone, I'm Leland or Leopold the Just. You can find me pretty much on any social media platform at Leopold the Just, except for TikTok. And I don't know if I'll be there now. But anyway, I am playing the character Everest Yanira, and he is a male Eladrin bard. And he's pretty much an author who wrote a fiction novel about ghosts and that sold really well, but he kind of spent all of his money. So now he wants to go and write something that's hard hitting and true. So he's paid his way into a paranormal investigation group.
I am Adam. You can find me on all the social medias at Adamus Lamas. My character name is Rox Boulder. He is a wizard and a dwarf, or a hill dwarf. He is kind of all about cryptids and has joined a group to hunt like the paranormal. So he's in hog heaven, I guess.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am playing Sarissa Shiog. She is a changeling sorceress who is a lover of all things knowledge, and that sometimes gets her into deep trouble. But she's joined up with this group and is trying to learn more about ghosts.
Hi, I'm Vera. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Vera Says Dragons. I am playing Kane Ekaros, who is a drow paladin. They are kind of just here to explore and see what the world has to offer and protect the people that they can while they're at it.
Hi, I'm Lori, or you can find me at Killing Lady Jane, pretty much anywhere on the internet. I will be playing Molly O'Shaughnessy. She is a human rogue, and it's kind of all about uncovering mysteries, finding things that can't be found, even if people don't want you to. So she's kind of helping the group out, getting them through the doors that they can't necessarily open themselves.
Hi, I'm Witty Michi. I can be found on Twitch and Twitter as Witty Michi. My character name is Dawn. She is a cleric tabaxi. She's very skittish and is joining the group to try to overcome her fears.
All right, and I'm your DM, DC Lasair. You can find me everywhere at DC Lasair. That's DCLASAIR. And we're going to start with the party in an old manor house. You're in the front room, and there's a door to your north, west, and east. There is a large balcony with two sets of stairs coming down to it, a small hallway beyond. And it's sort of dark in here. And all of a sudden, torches go off, and you hear a voice, "Welcome to," and suddenly the torches burst forward with flame, jets out, vanishes. Everything goes dark. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, this started off.
This is getting spicy already. Ooh, I rolled good.
14.
Natural 20.
Same.
Jeez.
I got a
Right.
13.
21 total.
That's a natural 1 for Molly, so 6 total.
Okay. Molly, you take 2 damage as these black hands, and you can tell they're hands because there's this purple-ish energy around them, even though it's dark, the glow kind of makes an outline of a hand, and they reach out and try to grab at you. And the rest of you manage to avoid that. The hands all vanish, the flames come back on, and suddenly you hear the voice, what was that? You hear something drop and you hear footsteps running off. And yeah, that's where we're at now. And you may be wondering why you're all here, what you're all doing. So for that, we're going to go back maybe a day or two, back out of this manor house that's outside of Red Larch and over into Waterdeep, into a small building in the dock ward where you are all gathered and have put up your first notice on the broadsheets around town, the City of Splendors. It has been a year since the infamous, what's now called the Dragon Heist, has happened, and the Wizard Manchun was found to be alive and well and has vanished again. And you're just in your house. What are you doing?
My character is probably still getting ready for the day because it takes him a very long time. Powdering his face, straightening his wig out, combing it.
Kane would be going through to check on the other members of the group, make sure everybody's up and at 'em. At this point, they've learned that Everest will be ready in Everest's time, so they kind of avoid that room, but they'll knock on Dawn's door.
Dawn's door opens just a little bit, and she's just curled up in a ball by the windowsill, just like.
Are you ready to wake up yet?
Is there food?
Well, there might be, but you'd have to come check to find out.
Okay. She just kind of waddles, following with her eyes closed.
It might help if you look where you're going.
I can smell you.
All right, then. I'll just get Dawn to the kitchen.
I assume Molly wakes up. She always wakes up super duper early before everybody else and kind of has her meals. Her plate is already back in the kitchen, washed and sitting there. And she's in like her little workshop / bedroom. And she's got all these models of locks that she works on, like just picking them over and over again. So until everyone else is ready, that's what she's doing.
I think Rox would be in their room, and he's trying to, I guess, perfect this this beer that he's been working on, and it's not really coming out how he likes. So he's just casting prestidigitation on it to make it taste better.
Maeve will be in her room just reading through, I don't know, probably some textbook, and hear the commotion outside and go, oh, I suppose the house is awake. And she'll wander out.
As you're all getting ready, there's a knock at your door at the front of the house.
Could someone get that, please? I'm getting ready. My boots take quite a bit of time to get on.
Why you have so many laces, I don't understand. And I'll put down my lockpicks and walk over to the door.
What are we expecting, company?
I don't think so.
Oh, so it's either going to be grand news or terrible news.
All right. Do you open the door, or because
I'll
the
crack
knocking is
it
just getting
open.
more insistent?
Yeah.
Before you stands a person, and they've wrapped themselves up quite a bit. Very fancy clothes, but they have a high collar up, and they're wearing a big hat, and they look like they're trying not to be seen, but they're not very good at not being seen because their clothing is so spectacular in its regalness. And just beyond them, you can see a minotaur and a carriage, and the minotaur is just sort of standing there looking ahead, bored, and he goes, this man pulls out a broadsheet, looks at it, and goes, is this the And he goes down to the very, very bottom of the broadsheet, looks at the very small square in the corner. Is this the inspectors? Inspectres? Oh, I see what you did there. Very clever. Inspectors. Yes. Have I
Yes.
reached the right place?
You
Oh,
have.
good. May I come
Yes.
in?
I kind of like look at the
I have a
ensemble.
job offer.
Ah, yes, please do come inside. And I'll kind of pull the door back and gesture for them to enter.
Welcome. Okay. Yes. He comes in and he removes his thing, and it looks to be a human man, probably. He goes, "Hello, I am Gavin Mears. I purchased a piece of property that I believe is haunted, and I know that's not an unusual occurrence in a place such as Waterdeep that there are haunted things, but I need someone to go in and verify it, and a group such as you would be perfect to do this. It'd be excellent if you could go look for me. It's an old manor outside of Red Large, and every now and then there's rumors that activity kind of stirs up. And if you can get proof of this activity, that'd be great. We're just going to hope it'll be when you get there. So I'm offering 20 gold as a starter fee and then 50 gold later for everyone.
Sir, I'm
Yes.
very, very interested in this, of course, but why are you offering us peasant fees right out of the gate? Could you go ahead and just increase that to something reasonable?
That's very reasonable. I mean, do you see where your notice is on this bottom of the broadsheet? I mean, you're not that well known to get it up, but if you want to make a persuasion check, you may.
Not well.
Could I grab the sheet and look at the
Yeah.
list and say, does that mean that everyone above us has said no?
No, it just means that the ad space you could afford was a very small, tiny one at the bottom of the broadsheet.
But you did come to us and not to any of the others.
Yes, well, you're new, and I figured you'd be jumping at an experience to try something.
I kind of whispered to Dawn, was that an insult?
He smells funny.
I agree. Anyway, sir, honestly,
Yes, Gavin Mears, yes.
I don't care, but our fees here
You should, I'm paying your salary.
Our fees here at this establishment are much higher than what you are offering to pay. So please, with a 22 persuasion, please increase it to something more reasonable. So we can at least afford good bread.
Good bread, huh? So tell me what you were thinking.
What was it that you had originally offered? Because honestly, when you said haunted, that's all I was thinking about. I got very excited.
20 gold apiece to start.
25.
Then let's say another 80 after the job is done.
Raise it to 100 and 25 apiece going in.
100 total, 25 apiece going in.
I think that's a bit more reasonable. Buys us a few more days of good bread, I'd say.
All right, you drive a hard bargain, but for this, I'll let you do it.
Don't you worry,
Let me
sir.
get more gold a second. Hold on. And he goes back outside to his cart. You have a moment to talk amongst yourselves if you wish.
I pull out my book and get ready to write a few things down when he comes back in, and just sort of sit back and observe the rest of the group, see how they react to all this.
Why is it? Sorry.
No, you go.
Why is it he only just wants us to confirm that it's haunted? That sounds, I don't know, suspect?
Perhaps he wants it as an attraction.
Like a spooky hotel? I'll get the paperwork. And Molly will go and pull out their like standard contract with like little blanks in it that they've sort of drafted. You know, like I, the undersigned, heretofore referred to as the client, blah, blah, blah.
So now that I've guaranteed us a bit more funds, can we please get better wine in this place?
What you do with your portion of the money is up to you.
I meant community wine, not my private stash. That's already good.
Oh, I don't drink wine.
Oh, understandable then. That you may not have an opinion on this. Well, I want some breakfast.
And he comes back in and goes, okay, got the money. Here you all go. Here's the key to get in the front door. And I unfortunately can't join you because I have other things to do. But I will look forward to your report and I will come back to you the following day. And hopefully you're done by then and, still alive. I'm sure you will be. There's probably nothing to it, right? Right.
Sure.
Do you
Could you-
want your... Go ahead, sorry.
Could you just sign these documents? And I'll hand
Oh, a
them over to Quill.
contract. I had no idea you would be so efficient in this at such an early stages in your careers. Okay. He signs what he needs and hands it back to you.
We
Yeah.
take our jobs very seriously.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Okay.
And to clarify, we are only verifying any kind of strange circumstances.
Yes,
don't want
that's
us
all I
to-
need.
Oh,
Just a group such as yourselves to go in and, an endorsement from one such as you would be fantastic if I could get it. The verification of an official group that looks into these things would be wonderful. And I think it would be a great start for all of your careers.
Could I ask why you only want verification?
Well, if it works out, I can make money, right? People want to see things and experience things, and it'll be great. And I can cut you in on the deal too.
Well, sounds good to me.
If that's what makes you happy, and I'm gonna go start cooking breakfast for everybody.
Everest gets excited about that. As the man's finishing up the dotting the lines and crossing the I's or whatever. So, sir, for my next book, do you want your real name included or a pseudonym of sorts?
Oh, my real name, of course. Anything that adds to my own fame would be wonderful.
Well, you're definitely going to get a bang for your buck for this, then. This book is going to sell thousands of copies.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see. And he just kind of takes his leave and goes out the door, not paying anyone mind or really saying goodbye at all. Now that his job's done, he's just leaving. You can buy any supplies you wish you had at the start or anything like that. Just let me know, and you have a little time of shopping before you head it off, if you so choose.
Are we starting with like normal equipment, or are we starting with
Yes,
nothing?
you're
Okay.
starting with your standard equipment. You'll have all that with you, but if you want anything extra with the 25 gold you now have.
Oh, I almost forgot to add that.
yeah. I think I'm okay because we can't afford a healing potion right now.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Ah,
Maybe just oil for the lamps.
So was it just me, or was that guy a little interesting?
I was going to go with off, but yes.
He seemed
I thought off was when something no longer worked.
I guarantee you someone else purchased those clothes for them. They were ill-fitted as hell.
I think it was meant to be a disguise. But why, I don't know.
Perhaps he's a person of import?
Possibly. Do we know of the mirrors? Then I kind of look at Everest, who tends to be the fanciest of us.
I would like to roll knowledge history.
Yep.
All right. I actually have a doot in that.
Can I help? Because I kind of do research in the library a lot.
You can roll at advantage if you have the help from Molly.
Excellent. Okay, so I got an 11 and a 6, so an 11 plus 4, so 15 total.
15. The Mirrors are it's definitely a noble family that exists, has a base in Waterdeep. And that's about all you know. They do various businesses here and there, and mostly trade.
They're established here, deal in trade, nothing to the magnitude of the Yanira family, but it's something, I would say. That could explain the ill-fitted clothes, you know, a bit of the lower tier of nobility.
I see.
Everest, according to you, no one is quite at the tier of your family. Wouldn't that make you rulers?
We're too benevolent to rule. Ruling comes with far too much corruption.
I don't understand politics.
No
Do
one
we-
does, if we're being honest.
Do we know how long it might take to get to the location? By foot? On foot?
It'll take about half a day or so.
Oh, Rocks would like to buy like some beef jerky or venison or anything like that if they could. Maybe
Same.
a couple things of ration just to be safe.
That's a good idea.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to get?
If there's how much time would you say would there be enough time for me to go like play a gig or something, or like do some
There's
street
not
performance?
really. You can probably do a street performance. It's very impromptu, kind of
Gotcha.
quick. You don't have enough time to really
Gotcha.
build the thing. So
No worries. I will just I'll just be plucking along on my I forgot what instrument, my lyre, as as I'm walking through the streets. I'll just accompany everyone while I shop out of boredom.
all right. If there is nothing else, we go back to the manor house where a bunch of dark hands just tried to grasp you, and someone freaked out and ran off, and or you heard footsteps on the upper tier. So, what would you like to do?
Is it?
What? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, is it possible to shoot a ray of frost in that at that person thing to slow them down?
Yeah, go for it.
While that's happening, could I try a perception check just to see what I can see of the person who's running?
Yeah, and Roxy, you're
Oh, it's a 9. I don't think so.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't really looked for the person either, so you're just kind of shooting where you heard footsteps. But yes, make a perception check, and I tell you what you see.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. You saw a figure very briefly, but kind of a great look, in a dark black robe, a big black rimmed hat, and they had a mask on, the long nose. I can't remember the name of them right now. A plague mask, and that's what you saw sort of run off, and you know that they dropped something out of their hand as they ran.
The person was wearing another face.
Something has scratched me, and I lift like my arm. Ow.
Oh no.
Hmm.
But-
Uh,
That makes this all too real. Let me jot this down. Do you mind if I get a good look at it so I can describe the wound in my writings?
should we not be concerned with the person that just ran?
Oh, yes.
Yes. I'll kind of jet off down the hall. I don't really want Everest to draw my wounds.
All right, so
like
you're gonna
clicking
go.
behind Kane. Like, no.
It's all
So
right, Dawn. It's all right.
You're gonna go up the stairs onto the balcony where this guy was, and
Yeah, to see what was dropped at least.
okay. If I didn't say before, the torches in the room have come back, so there is a little bit of light in this room. But as you go, there's sort of a hallway, and it gets a little darker as you go through, as there's not really light. Give me a perception check,
Okay.
just to see if you can find the thing that was dropped.
That is a 23.
All right, you easily find a wand of sorts, and it looks weird. It looks like it has a little mouthpiece, like a flute might or something, and on it, but it's definitely a wand.
Pick it up and hand it out backwards towards Everest or Rocks. Yeah, my magic friends. What do you think of this?
And as you're up there, you hear a slamming of a door.
Oh dear, that's what I think of it. I'm going to stay back here if someone could. Kane, my friend, you are a knight of noble purpose. Could you please investigate what that was? Thank you.
I certainly could. Molly, would you just watch my back?
Oh, yes, please.
I'm
And-
gonna head towards the door very carefully.
Do I have time to light my hooded lantern and just sort of put the light at our feet so we can at least
Yes.
see a little better?
Yep.
Okay.
And Molly, as you turn around and now looking behind you again as you're going back towards the group, you notice that the entrance door is gone. And there are 4 marks above it in glowing white.
Oh dear. The door is no longer a door. We should perhaps move with caution, and I'll point out the marks.
I wonder what those are.
Seems magical in nature, and magic is not my specialty.
If anyone wants to make an Arcana check, and when they see them, they may.
Do that.
I can help with that.
I'm more
21.
into lore.
All right. You see this as it's some sort of lock, as it were. And you know, there are things sometimes you need to do in order to break the lock, sort of one symbol at a time, and it'll eventually, you think, hopefully make the door reappear, but it is definitely a lock that's keeping you in.
I will let the rest of the party know that. So I suppose we need to find what we need to do in order to unlock this.
Perhaps there are keys?
Perhaps the man in black knows more.
Like the keys to his heart.
We're not splitting up, right?
No.
Oh,
No.
don't worry. Everything's going to be okay.
Coming from you, I do not think that is actually reassuring, but good try, Everest. Good try.
I'm just telling myself that, if I'm being honest. That's
That makes it worse.
Shall we check the door, Kane? And I'll take my
Yes.
short sword and the hooded lantern and follow behind.
Yes, most definitely. And I have my glaive. But
Okay.
I'm gonna
So you're going down the hallway.
Mhm.
Yes. All right.
Mhm.
trying to
So-
keep an eye out for anything that might be suspicious.
I'll keep an eye out for traps.
All right. As you go down the hallway, and it's dark, and even the walls seem black now, with the just sort of almost like a dripping ooze, but it's constant and sort of fills them as you walk further on into the manor. In front of you is a large door, and you can see to your left and right there are hallways as well. So to your west and east, and right in front of you is a large door. And if you want to make a perception check to follow the footsteps, you may.
15 for Molly.
Okay.
16 for Kane.
All right. They sounded like they were going to your west.
This
West.
direction.
Sounds good.
All right.
Be cautious.
This will be
don't-
fun.
I don't like oozing walls.
No, that's less fun. It'll be fine. I'm gonna start walking.
All right. As you walk, you go down a little hallway, and there is a door in this hall.
Can I check it out just to see if it, like, is it a door with a lock or just a regular door?
Sure thing. Make a perception check.
Perception? Okay.
Yep. See what you know. See what about the door.
Perception. It's 22.
Okay. It's a door. There's no trap to it or any trigger or anything like that.
And nothing to unlock, just a regular turn handle door.
Yeah, just regular turn handle door. There's no keyhole or anything. It's just
Okay. Can I press my ear to the door to see if I hear anything?
sure thing.
Okay.
Can make a perception roll. If you
Another one?
like.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
As we're moving along, can I cast snare in the hallway behind us?
Sure thing.
That perception was an 8.
Yeah, you don't hear anything behind there. Must be really solid wood that it's made out of, and just
It seems to just be a door, Vera.
I could break it down.
I could just open it.
Oh, that's
Both
less fun,
solutions
but okay.
are good. Yeah. I'll kind of slowly open it to give Vera a chance.
all right. You open it, and you have your lantern out, so the light goes into the room. You appear to be in some sort of study. Going to your left is some books and shelves, and to your right is looks to be a mirror at the end, and some shelving, some figures on it.
Molly, is it just me, or does the mirror and the figures almost give you like a that's concerning sort of sense?
I think everything about this house is now a cause for concern, but I will go check it out.
Okay, so
Okay. I'll just like pivot over to the right and kind of cautiously approach.
okay, you're checking out the mirror and not the desk and bookshelves and all that.
Vera was interested in the figures and the mirrors. I think I'll check that out first.
Okay, so as you go over to the mirror and you stand in front of it.
I'm with Molly and not letting her be alone.
Okay. Molly, it felt like something tried to swipe at you, and you look around, but you don't see anything.
Danger hands again. I'll kind of back away, look around, trying to figure it out, or look in the mirror. Do I see anything trying to grab me?
No, not at this moment. No. But give me a perception check, since you flipped really quickly and look around.
Oh, thank God, but it's better. 24.
24. Okay. You noticed that there was 3 pictures on the shelves when you looked at them, but in the mirror, the reflection, there are 4.
Vera, these pictures, they're wrong.
Kane.
Oh, sorry. Kane. Pictures are wrong.
Is this not what paintings are supposed to look like?
One is missing.
Oh.
Like this room is not the same? Or it's not there? So you said 3 pictures in the reflection or 4?
4 in the reflection, 3 actually on the shelves. They are small. They're basically small painted portraits. One is of a gentleman in a nice suit. One is of an older woman, and her face is just scratched out of the picture. But you can tell it's like white hair, and you know the skin that you can see is kind of wrinkly, and the frock that's on there. It's all. indicating. And the one below that seems to be a small boy.
Small boy.
What about the one that's in the mirror that doesn't show up on the shelves?
The one in the mirror seems to be a group portrait.
What if we poke where that one is supposed to be but isn't?
Molly, does a 17 hit you
Oh yeah.
as you're still in front of the mirror? Okay. So this time, as you're looking at the mirror, you see a skeletal hand, and just in the mirror, with a dagger, poke right at you for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Can I poke the hand back?
It vanishes almost immediately after it's done.
Are you all right?
Ow. No. Again. Hands from nowhere.
Get behind me. Get behind me.
I'll just
Kane,
like scowl at the mirror and back away behind Kane.
Kane, I think you were onto something. We should investigate the area where a painting is missing in this room.
Or we could just confirm the guy's suspicions and leave.
Oh, yes. I believe I might have enough material for this house in particular.
I think we're trapped here, right?
Kane,
You
Yeah.
still have to unlock the door.
Kane, you feel a swipe, and this time you see the mirror, you see a skeletal hand kind of come out with a dagger, but it misses you. And
Can I try and
Goes
get it
away.
or no?
you can try to grab where it seems the reflection is, but it's not, you don't see it except in the reflection.
I'm going to stab the mirror.
Okay, you stab it into the mirror, and your what weapon are you using? Sword or
I have a glaive.
your glaive? Okay, so your glaive kind of, it's like a liquidy warp effect, and it kind of goes in a little bit, and then it comes back out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but mirrors are not supposed to do that.
Oh, no, they definitely are not. I have plenty of mirrors back at my summer home that
You
don't
sure
do this.
Of course you do.
So does that mean we go through the mirror?
I will wait out here and make sure everyone's okay. If that's the plan.
Why don't we take a look at the study first and then go through the mirror with the weird hands?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to check out some of these books or the
Okay.
bookshelf.
I'll look at the desk.
And Molly, your lantern, the light it emits, decreases by 5 feet as you're in here. Something is starting to suppress the light. You check out the bookshelves and behind this old desk, and there's just one book that all just says various copies of Tusk Love, all the way across. And you're reading them: Tusk Love, Catcher in the Rye, Tusk Love, Tusk Love, Tusk Love, Tusk Love.
I'll take a copy of Tusk Love, I suppose.
Okay,
Might take a bit for myself as well.
all right.
I'm gonna keep myself between like everyone else in the mirror, but like the glaive's distance away from the mirror.
Okay. As you stand in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
A skeletal hand again tries to hit you, but it misses.
Paladin armor.
Yay.
I've never had AC before. This is fantastic.
Good to say. How's that high AC? What's that like?
I've never experienced this before. It's wonderful.
Kane, my friend, it might be good if you would back away from the mirror so you don't keep getting stabbed at.
But if it hits me, it doesn't hit any of you.
Oh, I know, but possibly if we all hug the wall, maybe is it? Are we able to get far enough away from it, like all of us, if we're all just like got on the opposite side of the room?
Kane, just give me a roll with your, add your intelligence modifier, roll a d20 in.
Okay. What is my intelligence modifier?
And then, has anybody looked at the desk?
No, no one's looked at the desk yet.
Molly was headed that way, but we haven't gotten there.
Okay.
17?
17. You realize it's only been attacking people who are in front of the mirror and hasn't hit the rest of your party yet.
Okay. So I'll just kind of slide just out of view of the mirror.
Would it be possible for me to take my large gaudy scarf and actually no, even better, my cape? Could I put my cape over the mirror? Is that
Yes.
possible?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna think about doing it for a second, then I'm going to look around at the rest of the group. Would someone mind carefully taking my
I'll
cape
do
and
it,
placing it
Bennett.
over the mirror? Thank you.
I will
Okay. Cape
put
is
it
over the
over.
mirror. Done. Who is going to the desk?
Molly.
Molly and
Oh, and
Rox?
Rocks too. Yep.
All right. If you want to, you can roll investigation. Help. One of you do it with advantage for the help action. Now that you're both doing it.
Okay. Do you want me to, Rocks?
Go for it.
Okay, thanks.
Everest is far too busy watching his cape to make sure it's not getting stabbed. He doesn't want a hole in it.
That's an 18 total.
Okay. It's a little dim, but you do have you find some papers and you have a locked drawer, and just seems to be some letters. And
I'll hand the correspondence over to Rocks and try to go after that lock. But also, my lantern is getting dim. Time may be a factor.
Yeah, I noticed that a bit.
And oh, I'm sorry, Rox, you were at the bookshelf first, I believe. So can I get an investigation check from you, please?
Could I provide
15.
advantage as well because I was also over there grabbing
Yeah,
the
sure.
books for myself?
That's
Okay.
fine.
The advantage, that is 19.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's something amiss with this bookshelf. There's like a little draft from underneath it. That for the desk, I need a sleight of hand check for the drawer.
Alrighty. Sleight of hand. Dun, dun, dun. Can I use my thieves tools?
Yes, yeah.
Can you use
Sorry. Yep.
It's okay. Okay.
Yep. Add that proficiency too.
18 total.
Okay, no problem. You open it and you find a diary inside.
Excellent. Can I flip it open? Bring it over to the folks at the bookshelf?
Yep.
You'll see Rox is kind of like moving along the bookshelf, and then they pull out a small bag and pour some sand on the floor. And I guess if there's a gust of wind, the sand will move. He's like, yeah, I thought so. I think we've got a secret passage here, gang.
How delightful.
That's
I love
exciting.
secrets. Could I trade you? I offer the journal.
Sure. And he'll grab the journal and the correspondence and kind of just tuck them away for the time being.
Yeah. Could someone help me? The mechanism might be difficult. That's it.
Bit outside of my area of expertise, to be honest, but if you need me to hold something, I possibly could.
Lantern, please.
I could certainly try to help as well, Molly.
Thank you, Kane. Maybe something that needs strength and I don't got it. So with Rox's direction where he felt the breeze and where the sand moved, can I take a closer look or try to find like a book that maybe seems out of place?
Sure. So you're going back through all the books and Tusk Glove, Catcher in the Rye, Tusk Glove.
One Catcher in the Rye. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll start at the oddities and work my way through.
Okay, so you pull on Catcher in the Rye, and the bookcase swivels open, revealing a passage with stairs leading down.
Well done, Rox.
Very exciting.
This looks safer than the mirror.
Does it?
This is actually how you access my study at my summer home. It's quite interesting.
I'll have to take you all there sometime.
That sounds delightful.
Why would you want to have an underground study in a summer home? Wouldn't you want to be in the sun?
No, just the bookcase trick. Anyway,
Oh,
it's very, very neat.
Why didn't you notice that would be a thing first then?
I was concerned about this Tusk Glove. I was trying to figure out if it was a series or if they were all the same book. I've never heard of it.
Is
Anyway,
it a first edition?
yes, things like that.
Hmm.
Let's proceed cautiously, please. I don't want to be stabbed by a ghost.
I guess Rox will be reading the journal while following people.
Okay, you start a descent down these stairs, and you go down, and where you think the first floor should be, there's really no exit to the first floor. The stairs just keep going down into a lower level of some kind. As you're reading through the journal, you see you get this sense that's from a woman who's writing about her grandson, and he's such a troublemaker, and he's an evil child, and things like that. And she writes that spoiled Timothy, and I don't know what I'm going to do with him, and things like that. And that's your basic sense as you're, walking and reading at the same time, going down these steps.
Okay.
I'll make sure Rox doesn't walk into any walls or trip over a stair or anything.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And you know what? That's fun. Rox, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Does me helping give advantage?
Sure.
Yay.
I think that is 13.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. And you continue down these stairs, and you get to the bottom, and there's a long hall, and you can see a door kind of in the middle, and then the hall continues onward. So you're sort of on the west side of it, and it goes and continues east, and there's a door sort of right in the middle of everything.
We should try the door. I mean, what other option is there? Do we hear anything down here?
Give me another perception check.
Okay. Okay. Perception 19.
All right. You hear footsteps again, but they are further down the hallway, and you hear another door slam shut.
Point that out to my comrades. Just kind of a partially confused look. Should we follow the steps or check the door? Or both?
There's plenty of us. We can try both. I'm gonna kind of like inspect the steps a bit, but and just sort of nothing useful, I guess, other than maybe just trying to keep my ears out for things.
The steps are steps, and you don't hear anything extra. So
Okay, yeah.
I will I'll check the door.
okay. What are you doing to do the door? Or check the door.
I'm just gonna go try the handle.
All right. It opens, and you're looking at a sort of a small storage room of sorts. There seems to be some papers. Some boxes were moved, and it looks like someone made a makeshift desk almost. And there's some papers scattered. There's a couple vials on the desk as well.
I will look through those.
Okay. The papers seem to be plans and ideas on how to market this place as a tourist attraction.
Uh-huh. Okay, I will let the party know that.
Are they recent, or is this something multiple people have tried to do and failed?
You can give me an investigation roll if you want to look at the
Yeah.
age of it.
Yeah, I
So-
have.
Don't-
Sorry.
No, I was
So
saying
22.
nothing important.
22. Wow, you guys, you're doing great. So this is all definitely in the same handwriting. And if you want to give me a history check real quick.
Back here. So 15.
15. You think this matches the signature that you saw Gavin write on the contract.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I will let the party know that.
So do you think he was trying to trap us here?
I don't
Oh.
know. But he's been here and lived.
If he's been
He's at
here and
least
lived,
been
then
here.
he would know that this place is haunted. And creepy. And gloomy.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that he might have just hired us to verify it's haunted. I think he was hiding himself from other people seeing him come to our door. And yeah.
But now we can't get out, so what do we do?
We continue going forward.
I
Hopefully not.
think. I'm sorry.
I was to say, hopefully not perish. I hope that's what we're not going to do.
I vote we
Dawn-
solve the
You are more
puzzles.
pessimistic than I am.
Listen, this is the first time I've ever been out in this capacity. I apologize, Kane. I'm not as seasoned as you.
I thought you said that you had been with a different party before.
No, I just, I've had plenty of parties, is what I was saying. I nothing about an adventuring party. This is my first time. My
I did not
apologies.
know the word could be used that differently.
Don tugs on Everest's sleeve and just looks at him like, "Do houses eat people?" Oh.
They might. This one might. Mine doesn't. None of my summer home definitely doesn't, but this one might.
Everest. No, Dawn, love. Houses don't eat people. We'll be fine.
If the house tries to eat us, I will stab it.
Yeah, we saw how that worked last time when you stabbed the mirror. Nothing happened.
It might work better if I stab you.
Yes, I wouldn't. My character actually doesn't take offense to that in any way. He's just like, he just thinks you're talking about like some sort of blood sacrifice thing. And he's like, oh yes, this house is very evil. I imagine a blood sacrifice would kickstart its evil quite a bit.
I would like to note that the house has damaged me fairly significantly. So all theories remain open on houses eating people, and I'll just kind of walk out of the room.
How's that hit point? How are those HPs? I've got a HP healing move called Cure Light Wounds. If you need me to use it.
We're getting close for what you could say bloodied almost.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
Sorry.
going to. I'm gonna go over to Molly and just start singing. I actually wrote you a song. I was gonna use it for your inspiration, but I guess I'll use it for this. A warrior of tact and guile, no secret goes uncovered. Their duties met with wanton revile, the criminal cannot be bothered. And then I'm just like playing my lyre, and then I'm gonna, and some sort of mystical divine magic comes flowing out of it, and it
Ooh.
sort of mends your wounds. Hopefully, let me roll. 6.
Hey, that's
Yay.
beautiful. Back to full. Like that was very good. You should put that in your book.
Everest, you get a point of inspiration for that.
Oh, thank you. I wrote a song for someone else too, but it's a secret.
A secret. That's awesome.
All right. So what would you all like to do?
I guess we continue on whatever path is available.
Yeah, I think you said it goes east again, and there was the sound of another door in the distance and footsteps.
Yep.
Would you
Follow
like
that.
me to take the lead since I am the hardest to hit?
Maybe a good idea. I've recently been restored. I don't want to waste it.
I would prefer you not to die. I'm just gonna start walking.
Given your skill set, I believe you are the perfect candidate for slaying any sort of undead creature that might come out of a wall, or out of a ceiling, or out of any sort of surface.
Dawn walks past Everest and it's like, but what if something comes from behind us?
Well, keep your tail a wagging, and if you feel anything, let us know.
I set a trap somewhere behind us. I mean, at this point, I don't know if it'll help, but fingers crossed.
Okay. So you head further down the hall, and there's another door. It's partially open now. It seemed that it slammed very hard and kind of opened back again from being slammed, because you definitely heard it close. So, and looking in is a set of stairs leading up.
We're going up again.
How very confusing.
I don't like this house. I'm gonna start very carefully walking. I'm like keeping an eye on the steps because I don't want any of them to collapse.
Mhm.
I don't trust any of them to not collapse.
Steps seem fairly sturdy, for the time being anyway, and you go up, and again, you go to where the first floor should be. No way to get to the first floor from here, and you can continue back up, and it takes you back to the second floor, except on what you figure is the opposite side of the building.
Odd.
There is a word in common that is not a maze, but it is a puzzle, but there is only one correct pathway. I think we are in one.
Interesting.
I do not remember the word,
A
but that
labyrinth?
is... Yes! Yes.
Hmm.
But I suppose we continue on again. What does this room look like?
You're inside a hall, and it's not hard to figure that this is the eastern hall that you didn't go down, where you went west originally from the archway.
Mhm.
This is what would have happened if you had gone east, and you're just sort of on the eastern side of the hallway, and you see a door, and then the hallway bends back, and so you figure that door to that large room is over beyond the bend of the hall.
Mhm.
And suddenly you hear a loud thud coming from that hallway.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I'm just gonna head towards it.
Yep.
Okay, so you see where Rox had laid the trap is a person in a large black cloak, and they have face planted upon the ground. And they're scrambling to get themselves up, seemingly not noticing you, and just trying to get up, and it looks like they're headed into the large room there.
Can I use my glaive to stab it into their cloak, into the floor to pin them?
Yeah, give me an attack roll just to see, cloth is moving quickly, and make sure you can pin it down.
What is my attack roll? Because that was a decent roll. That's 16.
Yeah, good enough. You get it in there, and he
Oh,
Like,
well, who do we have here?
hello, nobody here. He's trying to pull his cloak free.
Can Dawn poke him?
Yeah, there's a person underneath that mask, definitely.
So she goes like kind of crouches down and pokes him, and she's just like,
It's
"But
like, stop that! What are you doing?
well, you said no one's here, but you're here."
Yes, yes, of course. He's still trying to get
Sarissa will,
away out of this.
Dawn, dear,
It-
could
Sarissa
you
will take
remove
off the
them?
mask.
She like kind of flaps at the mask to try and take it off of him.
Explain yourself, you masked fiend.
All
Have you
right,
been slamming things about, trying to scare us?
So you use your paw on the mask, and since it's made to sort of remove this way, it kind of goes down over his mouth like this a bit. But it's definitely, the features look like Gavin's.
I'm gonna slap him.
All right, you slap him. Oh.
Sir, you lying bastard.
Well, not really. He's still talking through his mask and trying to pull his cape. Did you see that out front? What was that?
Out front?
Tell us.
You mean you didn't cause that trying to scare us?
No, who can do that?
Oh,
Wizards?
I mean, I was doing other things, but not that. I can't make hands come from the walls.
Insight check.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
19.
He's definitely telling the truth. For once.
Why didn't you tell us that you were going to be here? Why? What sort of hijinks are you up to?
Well, I didn't know this place was actually had weird things in it. I thought I'd set up some things, and then you come back, and we would make some money, and all be good. But we really need to get out of here. If you could just let my cloak go, I'll be on my way.
Yeah,
door's
Honestly,
gone.
none of us can leave. The door is locked.
Well, I have the key. I mean, you have a key. Why?
No, as in the door is gone, and there is a magical lock.
Oh. So, some help then?
I expect that 100 gold to gain a few more friends by the end of this.
Well, if I'm alive at the end, sure.
Can I sort of, as they've been talking, circle around to the other side so that if Gavin does pull free, that there's someone sort of blocking the path?
Yes.
Couple questions for you, Gavin. I'll pull out the wand that Molly gave him. It's like, is this your wand?
Oh, yes. That was the large voice projection you heard at the beginning before all the things happened, and yeah, it just increases the volume of your voice and makes it echo. It's a very nice trick.
Okay, and I'll put it back in his pocket, and then he'll pull out the journal. He's like, did you plant this journal as well, or was this already here?
I don't know what that is.
And he'll look to the gang like, all right, well, there was this old lady talking about her shithead grandson, and so is it possible that he's still around?
Ask him about the mirror.
What about the creepy mirror? Dawn, you are very right.
What creepy mirror? I mean,
In the study.
My
the
cape!
study? It's
Damn it!
that's just a large mirror. I never,
Oh,
there's
no,
some
it's not.
pictures.
It
and-
stabbed my friend.
Yeah, we should
Nice.
leave.
There's
Can
no
I
door.
ask- I want to go get my cape first before we leave.
Who did you buy this house from?
Oh, it's been in the family for a while. It's just a piece of property we kind of ignored, and there were some old legends built up around it. And I figured to take advantage of it. Yes.
Can I roll a history to see if I know anything about these old legends? I should have done that before we came, but now I just kind of thought.
Yes, you can.
Okay, yeah. All right. Let's see.
And is Gavin human?
From all appearances, yes.
Okay.
A nasty 20.
Oh, all right. So yes, there have been tales of this house where it's not very often, maybe a few centuries, every 50 years or something, there seems to be something about people going in, not coming back. Legends include a small imp-like being sewing souls into the walls of the house to maintain it, and various other things, usually involving being grabbed and frightened. And yeah, not many people have really made it back out. So, and those are the legends surrounding this place.
Yes, the legends about this place are pretty dark, but I mean, honestly, come on, look at the area we're in. This region's pretty dark in general. So I didn't really think anything of it, but I guess they were true. Seems as if demonic forces were at work here, and there's a lot of magic involving the binding of souls, as we can see with that mirror. It's likely a soul bound there, forced for eternity to stab at things that check their appearance.
That's depressing.
Unimaginably so.
Is there even a way to undo such a thing, or is it then just hopeless for all of eternity and evermore?
I believe that would be a question for someone with your expertise and not my own, unfortunately.
I just came along because people looked like they needed help.
Maybe if we catch that imp, we can help stop it.
That is possible.
Should we take Gavin back to the study? We never did find that picture. Maybe it can help.
Let us go then. I suppose if we're going to get out of here, we need to do whatever sort of strangeness is afoot. Try and complete whatever's happening here, I suppose.
It's either that or the other door back behind us.
Have we tried this door?
No.
Let's
I can try. Oh,
Okay.
turn around.
All right. You go to the door. Now, is everyone following at this point? Okay.
As far back as possible.
Right.
And Gavin
all right.
probably forcefully.
Yep. Okay. So you go up to the door, and you're kind of busy before, but there's a definite kind of an awful smell coming from behind the door, and you don't need any special roll to detect it. It's just, it's there now that you're kind of standing in front of it, and still, it's
Like a decay like death, or just like foul gas? Like what sort of?
Yeah, like decay.
This door does not bode well.
Perhaps we are about to find Grandma.
Or her son.
Does the door open in, or does it come out?
It comes out.
And is it like a normal door like the other one, or does this one lock?
Yeah, so far all the doors except for that main door have looked fairly similar, or the big master door up top. So.
If I open this door, Kane, do you want to be prepared for whatever might be there? Maybe.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Like very carefully, I'll just swing it back quickly.
All right, you open the door, and Kane, you'll be the first to see this then. As the lantern light kind of pierces in, you see this appear to be a playroom of sorts. There are stuffed animals and dolls everywhere, but they're all mangled and, stuffing is taken out of them everywhere and they're spread. And there's a rather large chest over on the right side of the room.
Okay. Okay. I will very carefully take a step into the room and pause and see if anything happens.
All right. You walk in. Nothing happens, but the smell is definitely stronger and definitely coming from that chest.
I'm going to open the chest, which seems stupid, but it also is also the only thing that makes sense. So
Okay.
prepare yourselves. And I'm going
You
to walk towards it very carefully.
you open the chest. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Knew it. Don't fail me now, D20. Uh, 15.
15. Yeah, you just barely managed to hold it in as you open up and see a body just there, decaying, putrid, and there's tatters of black clothing on it, and it's like folded up inside. And you all hear a voice rattle, "Leave my toy alone!" And the fluffy stuff is kind of coalescing into one large creature, and everyone can roll initiative as a giant fluff monster tries to attack you.
I'm too busy writing this down.
I love it.
Well, holy
Initiative.
shit.
Oh,
Wait, what is my initiative? I don't even know.
21.
should be under your proficiency in your character sheet there.
I
Also 21.
rolled a nat 1 and guess I have a 3 total.
Same. I have a 2 total.
3. Okay, who had
Aw.
the 2?
I was trying to outdo me, Kane.
Kane? Okay.
It's my goal in life, Everest.
Weird one up.
Sarissa, what was your initiative?
21.
21. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. Molly?
14.
14. Dawn? 3. Okay. I'm sorry, Rox. What was yours again?
21.
21 as well?
Yep.
Between you and Sarissa, who has the higher dex?
Mine's +2.
So is mine.
So it's yours. Okay.
You can
do
go
one
first
of you?
if you'd like.
Okay. So
Okay.
we'll have you there. And let me just make sure I have everybody. I do. Okay. And then my initiative. All right. Sarissa, you are first.
Okay. I'm going to stand in front of everyone and thunder wave the fluff monster. And that is
Okay.
a con save of 11.
Con save of 11. All right. Yeah, I got a dirty 20. So anything else happen?
Okay, well, on successful save, he gets half. So 8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
8 thunder damage.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, and isn't pushed. So
Right. 8 damage. Okay. Rocks.
They will, I guess, move to the side so they have a clear shot and use a ray of frost.
Okay.
14.
14 is a hit. It's a giant bit of fluff, so it has a lot of surface area.
Awesome. I believe that's just a. Sorry, that is 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Okay.
And its speed is reduced by 10.
Its speed is reduced by 10. All right. Let's see who's next. Molly.
All right. So Kane's already in there pretty much right up against the fluff monster, correct?
Yep.
All right. Molly will dart around the door with her short sword and dagger drawn and get on the opposite side of the assembling fluff monster and try to, I guess, stab it.
Okay.
Flankin'.
Yeah, exactly. Flanking the fleece.
All right.
So that's an 18 to hit it.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So we'll do 1d6 plus my sneak attack. Okay. So that is 5 piercing damage, and then 2 more piercing for my sneak attack.
All right.
And I'll maintain my position here.
All right. You've been taking little bits of fluff, and another, a little bit of a former teddy bear kind of flies off of it. And it is its turn. And Kane, you are right in front of it, so it's going to attempt to hit you with a 6. I'm taking a 10, doesn't hit you, but it has another attack.
Come at me.
All right. That was a 21 to hit, so I'm
That
guessing
one will
that
hit.
will hit. All right.
I'm due for it.
Oops, there goes that die. Okay. That is the wrong die. Okay. That will be 6 points of damage
6 points. Oof.
as its large fluffy hand comes down at you and you just poof, right in the face. Dawn, it is your turn.
Ouch.
Dawn's just like, it takes her a second. She's like, oh, it's so fluffy. And then she's like, wait. And like focuses. So she starts praying and kind of like sprays like some holy water around. And she's gonna use bless.
Okay, and
So I bless up to 3 creatures. So I'm gonna bless Kane, Molly, and Sarissa.
Thank you.
all right, anything else?
Thank you.
Well, she's just gonna keep praying and try to stay out of the way.
Okay. We have Everest next.
All right. Everest is. Is the, I'm sorry. I lost track of this thing been hit or not.
Yes, yeah, there's little fluff pieces and bits of
So
former
basically
toys
that's
that
what
have been
happens to it. Just
Mhm.
flies off. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's figured. Okay, so all right. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my bardic inspirations on Kane, and just start playing playing a quick song on my lyre. A knight of noble purpose, protecting those in need, the hero of holy verses, slaying the undead breed. So you get a d6 inspiration die that you have like 10 minutes. You can just choose to use it whenever. And so that was a bonus action. And then as my regular action, as my movement, I'm gonna just get the hell away from this thing, like as far as possible, and back into a corner like a coward. And then I am gonna throw a dagger at it. Yeah. All right. That's about all I can do. So that's a 20-foot range. I'm gonna stay within 20 feet as well.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
assume I
easily
smaller.
done.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, a nat 20.
Yay!
All right. Sweet. So that is I'm kind of new to 5e, so it's 2d4 or double my die, so it's 2d4. And is it 2d4 plus 2 still, or is it 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2. You
All right,
double your die, but not the damage bonus.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Double dice, roll it, add your modifier.
Oh yeah, I rolled 2 1s. That's perfect. So 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. Kane, it is your turn. unless Everest had more movement or anything. No? Okay. Kane?
All right. So I'm gonna try and hit this thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it. Can I use the Bardic Inspiration for an attack?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna use that.
Right.
So that's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then it's a D10 because glaives. So it's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage.
9 points of slashing. Wow.
And that'll
All
be
right.
my turn.
Your cut goes deep into it, and there's just large chunks of it have fallen away at this point, but it's still sort of kind of flailing about and going. We're back at the top of the round for Sarissa.
Alrighty. I'm going to. Hmm. I'm gonna also do Ray of Frost on this thing. So let's see. Range spell attack. Well, that's not gonna hit. That's a 5.
Your Ray of Frost kind of, now that split down and it's kind of less big, it just kind of goes over the head of it, and you have a frost mark on the wall. That goes. Rox, you are next.
We'll do Ray of Frost again.
Okay.
17 to hit
Yep, that'll hit.
and 5 damage.
Okay. You can describe how you finish this thing off with your Ray of Frost.
We'll say after Sarissa hits it, it's got like a little bit of frost over, and then Rox will like kind of do like a roll and blast, and it'll fully freeze. And then he'll look to like Kane or anyone else. Is like, anyone else want to just shatter this thing?
Oh, I will totally shatter this thing.
All right. You go up and you shatter it, and it explodes into frozen, fluffy bits everywhere. Like cold cotton candy. And you hear a small little ting as something falls out of the middle of it.
Shiny?
Shiny?
This piques my interest.
Immediately, the magpies appear.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm right there. Since Kane has shattered it, can I help dig through to figure out what is shiny?
Sure. Do a perception to just see it through all the fluff and frosted bits that are around.
Well, that's a natural 20, so
All
26.
right.
I like shiny things.
No problem. You pick it up, and it is a figurine that appears to be a dancer of some kind in a pose, and it just looks a man, top hat, fancy suit. That's a little figurine, and it looks like there's supposed to be a partner, as his hands are kind of out like that, as if they were, dancing.
Wedding cake top.
Oh, this is different. Does it look like the man we saw in the portrait, or just like a regular figure, like a general toy?
Kind of a general toy. Clearly, it's missing the partner, but beyond that, it's no one specific or no one you've seen.
Okay, this is, well, I guess if it's worth protecting by an evil fluffy bear monster, it's worth keeping.
And at the end of this, the lantern of your light reduces another 5 feet.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't think we're done.
Nope.
No. Maybe we should check the door on the way. See if this is a thing.
Maybe that's one of the keys. That's a good plan.
I'd like to check out this body before we leave the room.
Oh, smart.
Okay. Roll an investigation on it.
That is 11.
11. Okay. There are the clothes that used to be there are finally made. That there's not a lot of it left, but yeah, there's finally made clothes. That's what I can tell.
All right. Well, I guess this person had money.
You said the source of the smell seemed to be coming from that chest. Is there anything else in it aside from that fluff
No,
monster?
it was definitely that body that was the smell.
Oh, there is a body. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a little boy?
No, it's if you were to unfold it, it would probably be a regular sized humanoid of some kind.
Okay.
But it was folded to fit in this chest.
I see. Okay.
Is there anything else of note in the room?
Just bits of toys.
Just out of weird, morbid curiosity, can we tell how old that body would be? Like how long it's been dead and decaying?
That would be a medicine check if you want to get close to the body, and a Constitution saving throw because it is very, very smelly and putrid.
Yeah.
I can assist with the medicine check. I'm proficient.
Oh, awesome. I'm not really that great at it, but I am very curious. So, all right. So my Constitution saving throw, I'm going to use the bless, which will be 16, and then the medicine check is 13.
13. It's been a while, but you're not the state of decay and everything on it is a little bit beyond your experience to get a accurate call on it.
Okay. All right. Well, we should probably keep a move on. Can I judge how much time it's been since the dimming of the lantern? Like approximately?
It seemed to happen right after the fluff monster was destroyed.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights.
Okay.
And 4 little globules of lights pop up.
Yep. Your dancing lights, let's see here. We have 10 feet on lantern. So yeah, they don't glow quite as far as if they were reduced by 10 feet. Glow. Something seems to be suppressing natural light, magical light.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
What's happening?
These should be much brighter than they are.
Oh, yes. That is a strange effect. Seems to be generally occurring over the entire building.
I think we should check the mirror again.
Oh, yes, I would like to get my cape back. Maybe we could use your long stick bladey thing to pick it up for me. The other end, of course.
It is a glaive.
Lave?
Glaive.
Glaive, huh? Ah, yes. That's very good. I'm partial to the rapier myself.
Okay, and as you go to continue on in this place, we will take a break here.
Hey.
Everyone, this is Waterdeep is Falling on Impact RPG's Twitch channel. Where we left off was we have a group of explorers looking through a haunted house. They had just defeated a giant fluff monster and found a little figurine of sorts after it was defeated. So what are you doing now?
I think we were gonna head back to the room with the mirror, but if there's time, can we just like peek down the balcony to see if there's any change in those like locks, the arcane locks?
Yeah, you look over and you notice one of the symbols is gone.
We have done something good. We need to do 3 more good things, and I'll kind of come back.
I wonder if it had something to do with that beast we slew.
Maybe what we're doing is releasing the spirits that are trapped here.
That would be very, very good.
It's a nice thought, other than to be trapped in purgatory for forever wondering what to do with yourself.
I don't think I'd like that.
No.
And then I'll kind of jet back down the hall towards the other room.
I'll keep at Molly's heels.
Okay, you're continuing to drag Gavin with you. Okay, yep, he'll just follow along because he saw that fluff monster and he's about had it. He's looking ill. He's not having a good day at all at this point. I mean, it was already bad when you caught him, but now he's even paler than he was. Yeah.
Stay in the back. Don't touch anything.
I'm going to go ahead and draw my rapier at this point.
Okay. So you go back into the room with the study area that had the bookcase on one end and the mirror on the other.
Yep. Rox will put up mage armor and he'll probably stick close to Kane.
Okay.
Can I check out the shelf where those portraits are and just see if there's anything like invisible where that 4th one should be? Like anything at all that's different or movable?
It's an empty shelf.
It's just empty.
Yep. Nothing's there. You feel around. You don't feel, your hand doesn't brush up against anything. It's just the same musty smelling room that you entered before.
I could try something.
What are you thinking?
Remove the cloak from the mirror and then stab where the strange missing picture is with the glaive in the mirror.
It's worth a try.
Okay. I'm gonna pull down the cloak
Okay.
and then immediately where the picture that's not in our plane looks to be, that's where I'm gonna stab.
Okay. So it same thing as before. It goes in and the glaive, for some reason, just as you're stabbing directly into the mirror, goes right in. Same liquidy effect as before.
This did not work.
Do we think we could go in the mirror? Through it?
Probably.
Do you want me to shoot it?
Yes.
I think attacking it is just going to net the same result as it has been. Which one of us brave souls is willing to be the title of chapter 3 of my book, the one who charged in first?
Well, that's why I wondered if I shot a bolt like an arrow, we would see if it fully punctures or not, as opposed to Kane losing their glaive.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna pull
Brilliant
my
idea.
glaive back.
You seem attached.
Just a little.
And I'll knock an arrow and just make sure everyone's clear. Fire a shot.
Okay. Your arrow goes in and you don't see a reflection or anything, and the mirror kind of warps and it seems to have eaten the arrow, and you see the skeletal hand come for a swipe at you again. And does a 16 hit?
It will, yeah.
Okay, so a little dagger pokes at you for 3 points of damage.
3 points.
Yep.
Ow. Oh, that is it. And I'll drop the bow. Just get ready to run in that mirror.
Wait, before we go inside, does anyone have a rope?
Yes.
What if we tie a rope around whoever goes inside?
That seems like a good idea.
Good idea.
Very clever, Don.
Hmm.
I think most of us have rope. No?
I do not.
Oh,
I don't.
I definitely do. But that means someone strong should hold the other end.
I have good muscles.
All right. If we tie the rope around Molly.
Kane will like help to tie you up around your waist. Not too tight on your ribs. You can breathe.
As much as I ever could.
Cool. And then just stand back and hold the end of the rope.
Tug twice, and then we'll all help to pull you back.
I'm quite curious of something. Just humor me, please. Would you mind if I put a bit of this perfume on you? That way I can determine if I can still smell the perfume once you're on the other side of the mirror.
I suppose just this once. Well,
Okay.
put out like a hand or something.
All right, I take this fancy, like, golden laced bottle with a little feather at the top and just do one drop. It's very strong and fancy. It doesn't smell too gaudy. It's very floral.
It smells like good berry blossoms. It's nice.
All right, and I'm just gonna sniff at that mirror.
Yeah, I guess I'll kind of dart through and just sort of, yeah, we use my movement to go through and my action to kind of dodge because I have no idea what's going to happen.
Okay, Molly, you go in. You experience that shimmering effect. You are surrounded by blackness, just dark everywhere. You can't see a thing. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, yay. Okay, 30-20.
Dirty 20. There's all these voices that sort of assault your head, but you manage to shake them off, and it's like a cacophony of noise trying to assault you, and but you're just in pitch darkness. There's nothing here.
So just a lot of voices, even if I like close my eyes and try to, because the little hands were grabbing, but there's no source
Right,
that I can determine.
Yeah, you're just in this. Your movement even kind of slowed down because it's like you're trying to move through thick goo of some kind.
I guess I'll try to take a swipe just at anything to see if there's any reaction before I think about pulling the rope.
Okay, you do that. There's nothing to swipe at. Even your hand. It's
Slow.
very hard to move through it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, doing that and getting no result, then I'll tug twice on the rope.
Okay, roll me a strength check as there's quite a bit of resistance going on currently.
Was I able to smell the perfume when she entered?
No, the perfume
Okay.
scent went away.
Okay, that tells me a couple of things, I think. It's not just a door, it's a portal to somewhere else completely.
Yes, Kane.
Natural 20 on the strength to pull Molly back.
Natural 20. You pull Molly out in one big pull, and Molly, you come flying out, and Kane sort of catches you as you come out.
That went better than expected.
Yes and no. Inside it's dark and there are so many voices. Dangerous. I don't think you're meant to go in.
Well, that's unfortunate, and I will very carefully set Molly down.
I think we should try to destroy it.
But I have stabbed it and nothing has happened.
Possibly the frame itself around the mirror.
Hmm.
Or magic.
Or
You're
magic.
on fire.
Can I
Fi-
detect magic as a ritual while they're figuring out how to destroy this mirror?
Sure. Do you want to be doing that while Molly entered in and everything? And we can just have
Yeah,
it
if we can expedite
going
it.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you cast detect magic, and the mirror surface of it, the mirror part is definitely magic. The frame of it doesn't radiate anything, but the glass does.
Okay, and then walking around the room, is anything else, I guess, blipping?
Not in here. If you kind of look outside, the walls start glowing though, as they are all that darkness and everything. Before just that sort of icky goo flowing down them.
Okay, and yeah, Rox will relay all this.
I mean, we can help destroy the frame physically, perhaps, but I don't know if that will work.
Could I try something else? I'd like to
Yeah.
divine sense.
All right, and as you're doing this, Kane, the hand. What's your AC?
16.
16. You see the skeletal hand. It misses you again. The
This
dagger.
thing really just can't seem to get me.
You
Lucky.
and what does
I'm
divine
sorry.
sense let you all get?
So as an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover. You know the type of celestial fiend or undead that I can sense, but not its identity. Within the same radius, you can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the hollow spell.
Okay. It's a little overwhelming because you're definitely getting some sort of fiend energy is going on throughout this whole thing, and it just sort of blasts into your senses as you do this because it's sort of everywhere
Oh, that
at
was
this
a bad
point.
idea. That was such a bad idea. That hurts.
Put a hand on her shoulder. There, hit their shoulder. There.
Everything in this place is awful.
Yes,
I can
I'm-
sense things that are good and things that are awful, and everything in this place is awful.
the colors just clash far too much for me.
That is not what I mean.
But it doesn't help.
No, it really doesn't. Things that are good and things that are bad.
And it's all
Everything is bad.
I say we break it.
Yes.
I'm no paladin of sorts, but I could have told you that.
I just did.
Would tipping this mirror over onto the floor help break this thing?
You can give it a try.
Okay, I will try to do that.
Will help.
All right. Okay, so you tip the mirror on its stand and it just falls onto the floor.
It's like,
Does it
Pop-
shatter?
Nope.
I don't think that worked.
You kind of hear a liquidy as you figure whatever substance that is hit the floor and it's kind of coalescing back into.
Can I try and search the room again for any clues about this thing?
Sure. There's you look around and there's not much else here. So
Not in the desk, not under the desk, not on the ceiling, behind a convenient wall sconce.
Nope, just more copies of Tusk Love if you want them.
I'm gonna open one.
Okay. Yes, Severus?
I was just joking. I was like, I'll take 2.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn asks, so Dawn turns to Molly, what was it like in the mirror?
Well, total darkness and a lot of voices that probably would have killed me. I think I was lucky. I wouldn't
Oh.
recommend.
I'm glad that you are not dead.
Me too.
What is this book? Why did they have 200 copies?
The quantity of books I cannot answer. The quality of book I can. It's in section R for romance.
The lowest of quality then.
Maybe they wrote the books. I know Everest has a lot of copies of his own book.
Don't listen. I brought you into my study in confidence that you wouldn't tell people that. Anyway, there are various editions, and I'm just trying to keep the value. It appreciate. Anyway, sorry.
Sarissa.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna, since the mirror is now more mobile, could we move it to a position where we can see it and access it for attacks, but the angle is such that most of us are not, or none of us, preferably?
It is heavy. I mean, it was easy to tip over with a push, but to lift it back up or drag it's going to take some effort to pull around. I mean, you can just take you a minute or two and to do it.
What if we stab the back of it? Is the back of it solid?
Yeah, back of it.
Is there anything written on it?
No, there's nothing at the back of this mirror. No.
I tried.
I'm gonna
Sarissa.
take my dagger and stab the back of it. Just
Okay,
for the heck.
you stab into it, and it kind of feels like you expected, and like a, kind of a wood-based backing to it, and yeah. Just pokes it.
Interesting.
I think we'll have to pick it up to hit the important / dangerous part with magic.
Well, I'm not volunteering myself to do it per se, but I have someone just in mind to do so. I'm going to summon an unseen servant.
Okay.
Let me see how long this guy lasts. An hour. Okay, cool. So he can help me out and do a few things. So I'm gonna go ahead and summon him. He looks like an older, ghostly butler with no facial expressions, gray beard, and doesn't make any noises even when he walks or anything, and just walks over and picks up the mirror so no one else needs to risk getting stabbed.
Okay, and the unseen servant can lift that much?
No, never mind. He only has a strength of 2. He's
Yeah.
very weak.
No, yeah.
He's very weak. Well then, he's just hanging out with me, picking things up when I need him for the next hour.
Yeah. You're partially seen, unseen servant.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there's more rooms. You can still hang out in here if you want.
Downstairs, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
There's the large main room, and then there's the 3 rooms downstairs.
Oh, he is invisible. Well, then I use minor illusion to give him a face.
Excellent. I have no problem with you flavoring your unseen servant as a partially seen servant, so you don't have to minor illusion.
It's okay. It's at will. I don't mind.
Excellent. Another ghost.
A friendly ghost.
Oh,
Sir Casper.
Casper.
Where shall we go next?
Downstairs? We had doors north, west, and east on the main level.
Always been a fan of going north.
Let's try that then.
It's a strange preference.
Yes, Don?
I'm going to create some trouble and say that the moment that Everest put a face on his thing, Don already took off north.
Oh,
Excellent.
All right.
We've lost our cat. We've lost our cat.
So
My
you
apologies.
you break free from the party with no lights around you, and in the darkness, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I have dark vision. Does that help?
You can see the purple hands better coming at, or the black hands surrounded by the purple energy better coming at you, but they're still coming at you. So you still need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. $17.
17. Okay. So you're safe for the time being. Are you headed down the steps then? And
Yeah, towards
because right now
the
you're kind of on a
close-
second floor, and then you got to go back down the hallway, down the steps, and then there's the door north that's kind of under this balcony, and then a door west and east.
She'll probably head to the one that's north because it sounds like it's the closest.
Okay. Make another dexterity saving throw as these hands try to grab for you again.
18.
18. Okay, you managed to dodge again. What's everyone else doing?
I will follow the kitty, going, wait, come back.
Okay. Same thing with.
I will also follow with the dancing lights.
Okay. Kane, you'll be fine. Sarissa, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw before Kane kind of catches up to you with the
Okay.
dancing lights.
19.
19, you're fine. You see these hands grab for you. But Kane kind of catches up to you with the lights, and you seem okay at this time.
Are you all right?
Hmm.
Would you like a glowing ball of fairy light?
Actually, yes, that would be lovely.
And the emitted light reduces by another 5 feet.
Oh, I don't like that. Keep it close.
I'll put it on my head.
That is good.
Well, we don't know if this house is going to eat us, Dawn, but we do know that it eats light. And that's concerning. I am. All right. So, do I notice that the hands are grabbing in just one particular part of the hallway?
Yeah, if you're looking out the door following where Sarissa and Dawn have run off to, you've definitely seen the hands as you're in the Molly's lantern light, so you're fairly safe at the time. And yeah, you see the hands grabbing. So yeah.
I'm just wondering if I can use Misty Step to teleport past them. It's a 30-foot teleportation.
Yeah, you can use Misty Step.
Okay, well, before I use it, this is only one. Are we heading in that direction? Is this like an area we need to bypass? Like,
Yeah, you have to go out of this room towards where that big main door is, back down the hall, back down the steps, and then on that lower floor is a door to your north, a door to your west, and a door to your east.
oh, okay, and it went north. Okay, I will save Misty Step then. I'm not going to use it for that. I'm going to use it to save my life, I think.
have we noticed, or is it true that if you have a light, the hands don't attack you versus when you run through without it?
They haven't been attacking you while you've had your bullseye lantern up.
Okay. I will ask them to stay close. Stay close. Okay, Gavin, your preference. And
I will light up my lantern as well.
then chase after the cat.
Actually, I have like a basic lamp.
Okay, and Gavin just sticks close to everybody because he's scared. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Dawn, you are at that door on the bottom floor.
She's just kind of staring at it. But she's also like her brain is just like, there was a floating face. Why?
It's still there.
She's like, there's
And you need to make another dexterity saving throw as you're pondering all of this.
8.
An 8.
She's just
Hand reaches
crying.
out. You are considered grappled, and you are being pulled towards out and towards the wall on the west.
Okay, so she's screaming.
You
and
guys
crying.
definitely hear a scream, and you're all kind of headed that direction.
Is it possible for her to like grab whatever she can?
There's really not much to grab. You're restrained essentially at this point. You can't move. You can try to break free with a strength check, but
Can she use Word of Radiance?
what does that do?
She utters a divine word and then erupts into a burning radiance of light.
And is there any damage associated with that, or it just does a big
Each
burst of light?
creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay. I'll make the. And what do I have to? What's the difficulty to get through there?
Let's see. 12.
Oh, never mind. Okay. So yeah, this goes off, and you feel for a moment that the burst of light happens, and you feel free for a moment, but then as it fades, the hand slowly wraps back around you.
So she continues screaming and crying.
And if you would like, I will give you a, well, you could also make you can either make a strength athletics or a dexterity acrobatics to try to wiggle yourself free, whichever is higher for you.
You said athletics, or oh, there's the same thing. Okay. Wiggle. I got a 19. I'm wiggling.
Yay!
All right. So you manage to get out of this one as it goes, just immediately retreats back into the walls.
So
No longer having a thing to attack.
She's just screaming and running back in the direction she was trying to go, like back to that door.
And the rest of you catch up at this point.
She like clings onto Kate and just crying.
Molly heard screaming, so she's running to get there, and then sees Dawn crying, but nothing attacking her.
Dawn, you're clinging to me. I'm just gonna like pet your head. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We will keep you safe. I don't know what happened.
She's just like through her sobs, she's like, there was a face and then there was hands and they touched me and
Oh, none of that is good. None of that is good. It is okay. We will keep you safe. Did you open the door? I'm gonna look at the group. Should we open the door?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I would love to open any door that can lead me to the main door that allows me to exit this place. So yes.
Have at it.
Will do.
I'm not opening it.
I'll go over and take a look at it.
Okay, Molly, you open the door or inspecting the door before
I'm
you
gonna
open,
inspect it.
or-
Yeah.
Okay. This is standard door, just like all the others have been.
No weird smells, and can I hear anything?
No weird smells.
Okay.
You don't really hear anything either. No.
And it's not locked. It's just a regular door again.
Yep. And before you pull it open, you pull the latch and it will easily open for you.
I miss the days when people locked doors. It made them seem safer somehow. It is not locked. We could just open, but we should be ready. And I'll prepare to open it if people are ready to move forward.
Yep. I hold up my lamp with my left hand and my rapier with my right, and sort of nod.
Nice, slow open.
Okay. Molly, this appears to be a kitchen area, and in front of you appears to be an image of sorts, and it's a small boy with a dagger piercing what appears to be maybe a butler in the back with it, and the butler falls down, and the image looks over at you and emits a scream, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is why I don't like children.
Same.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay,
Yep.
14 plus 1, 15.
You're fine. It's almost like in the mirror, this voice just wants to assault your mind, and the image fades, and all of the dishes, the knives, the whatever random bits of cutlery and silverware and plates are in here, all sort of start floating in the air, and they all turn right towards you.
Not my party. And I just like close the door.
You close the door and you hear crashing and banging as all these things must be hitting up against the door, and you see a knife stick right through the door at you, and it settles down, and then it starts up again, and it repeats.
Like I can hear the scream
Yep.
of the kid, the dishes,
No,
the
you
knife.
can't hear the scream of the kid anymore or anything like that, but all the silverware and any other ware is all just reanimating and flying around in there, as you can guess.
I'll relay that to the team. The cutlery is out to get us. What do you suggest?
I could throw a spear at the screaming thing.
I don't know if stabbing things is going to work. It didn't work with the mirror. I don't know. Give it a shot. Why not?
Anyone else? Magic?
Honestly, all of the magic I have is is just to make my performance more interesting.
I could try to freeze something in there, but that's about all I got.
I'd recommend the knives. If I could pick.
So what if Rox tries to freeze things? I throw a spear at the screaming thing, and then we pray.
Three-step plan.
Yes. And then Sarissa, anything from you?
I could also try to freeze it.
2 freezes. 2 freezes are better than 1.
I could stab or shoot my arrows.
Shoot, throw, freeze, profit.
Could you repeat that order again so I can write it down and get it in proper?
Shoot, throw, freeze, profit.
Profit. How much profit?
Something
Something reasonable, I hope.
About 105 gold's worth.
105. We're only getting 5 more. I look over to Gavin.
80 plus 25. Actually,
Gavin's just shaking, and he's like, I don't know.
Maybe I should not shoot, and instead we'll make the door a blockade should things not go well.
That is a better idea.
I will do that.
So
and
then,
all the silverware is still hitting up against the walls, the doors constantly. It's just not stopping.
Plan 2. Freeze, throw, blockade.
Oh,
Profit.
I have to make like get some more ink out and cross out. Rewrite it.
So
All right.
when Molly opens the door, can you two do the whoof? And then
Okay, Molly, what's your AC? As a lot of knives are coming right at you.
But I'm behind the door.
Oh,
Like
you're
I'm-
behind the
'cause
door.
the-
Who's
don't the
who's
doors all
standing in
open?
front of the door?
I would
Yep.
be the main target.
Okay,
Probably
so-
me. Also, I'm probably standing in front of the door, just writing things down curiously. if
Okay,
I'm being
Kane,
honest.
does 17 hit you?
17 hits.
Everest, that's only a 5.
Yes.
Kane, you take 2 points of damage as a series of steak knives just poof, poof, boom, fly right into you. And more seem to appear. And as you fire, you freeze a block, it falls, you freeze another block, you throw your spear in there, and now blocks of ice of these daggers and everything pick themselves up, and even your spear kind of worms its way back towards you, and it all is just going to come back at you again.
Nope.
Everything is bad. Shut the door.
You close the door, and it all. And
You know, it might be better to just go out a window and then burn this place to the ground.
You know, I like that idea.
There windows?
A window anywhere?
Are there windows?
you haven't seen any yet.
Oh,
Shit.
wow.
Call that Plan B
Maybe
or
there's
W.
a window in one of the other rooms.
Maybe we have 3 more doors to check. We'll save this one for last.
How about this?
That was a perfectly good spear.
Reginald, my good friend, could you please go and open this next door for us, and we will stand back and just be safe, my friend.
All right, so I'm gonna cast minor illusion to bring the face back up
Okay.
onto my. Occasion, he only has a face when I have him doing stuff. Okay, and so the face pops back up, scares the cat a little bit, and then I'm gonna have him walk over and open the next door.
Okay. The door to the west or the door to the east?
Who?
Or are you going back up on the balcony and opening that main, and down the hall and opening the main door?
I will poll the group.
Which door should we open?
That's one.
If we follow the compass rose, east is next.
All right.
Yeah, the eastern door. I want to kind of inspect from afar if possible before sending my good friend Reginald over there.
While
Sorry,
that's
Sir
happening,
Casper.
while that's happening, I'm going to lay on hands myself
All right.
because otherwise I am doomed.
Oh, heal
No,
you?
no.
I can heal you.
I has 4 hit points.
Okay.
Ow.
Did not know. I can
Oh.
heal you. I can heal you.
Please help.
Okay,
There's
hold
a
on.
steak knife in my shoulder.
Oh no.
That's 2 more than I have total. Or, well, no, sorry, 2 less than I have total.
I was
I
about to
can't
say
math.
you have 2 hit points.
I was like, who has the
I have
least? I
6
need to
gone.
know who to
total.
heal. So Dawn pulls out the knife and then touches, and uses her cure wounds on Kane. So let's see here.
Does she do like cats do in a blanket and like kind of crawl at something?
Kneading a little bit. Yeah.
She makes muffins out of Kane's armor.
Yes. Okay, so let me make sure I'm rolling this correctly. Okay. Yeah. So 1d8 plus 2, so that's 8.
Oh, I'm at max.
I did my job.
All right, now
Kane will pat your head. Thank you.
my poor friend Reginald is gonna open the eastern door now and probably die.
All right. He opens the door.
Cool.
It opens.
That's about all he can do. He's pretty useless. Nothing shoots him or he doesn't
Nope,
get hit with
nothing
a pot.
shoots him. Nothing doesn't get hit with anything.
Okay, good. We're gonna have him open doors from now on, if they're unlocked. Sticks around for about an hour. So. Well, the door's open. This is kind of where you go in with your holy light or whatever it is. Okay.
Bullseye lantern?
Yeah. Sure. Whatever. I'm unsure what's producing light anymore at this point.
Okay. Very cautiously approach to like peek around the corner and prepare to like dodge.
Okay, you peek around the corner. It's a bathroom with a clawfoot tub
Hmm.
and a mirror above the sink, and there's a skeleton in the tub.
Oh, I think you've stayed in far too long.
Perhaps this is Grandma.
Perhaps. Nothing seems to be screaming or throwing things, so I'll move further in to kind of check things out and just sort of skirt around the tub a little bit.
Okay. On the mirror, you see words, but they're written backwards.
Oh, can I
And the skeleton in the tub is not doing anything,
even in the mirror?
even in the mirror.
Good. Just checking. Can I decipher the message?
Yeah, it's easy enough. This appears to be a riddle of sorts, and there is a piece of makeup next to it. And it says, "Forward I am heavy, but backwards I am not."
I will read it aloud to the group.
Now with riddles, if you guys can collaborate on them. If you get them yourselves, get inspiration for everyone. If you want to roll for it and succeed, you don't get the inspiration, but maybe you solve it.
Forwards, I am heavy, but backwards, I am not.
Forward I am heavy, but backwards I am not.
Oh, there's a happy kitty.
Yes.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it ton? Just a random
Okay.
guess.
I could,
Bravo.
I'm guessing you write it on the mirror with the makeup.
And do you do that?
I'll look at Dawn. You're like, it's nice knowing you. No, no, no.
You do that, and you hear kind of a like from the above the entranceway, since you're near it now,
Yay.
Yay.
and the words fade. And
Well done,
everyone
Dawn.
gets inspiration because you solved it without help.
Bravo.
I ripped
Yeah.
my kitty.
Clever job, Don.
I never in my life will say that I am ever good at these things. So,
Riddles are my favorite.
I'm so bad. Puzzles too, like unless it's like a visual image that I could have to like piece together or something. I'm so bad.
Well,
We did it.
Yeah, I guess this room is complete. I suppose there's nothing else really to see.
Just the skeleton in the tub.
Just a quick question. So, if I remember correctly, the hands were trying to pull Dawn to the west, right?
There were hands reaching from you all directions, and that was just the one that happened to grab you.
Okay. So she like points towards the west and looks at Kane, and she's just like, "That's where the hand tried to take me."
Should that be where we go next then?
You may as well.
Sure.
Like, madam, and just like walk away from the tub.
And Molly, as you leave, out of the corner of your eye, you swear the skeleton waves at you.
I don't like this place. I don't. And head west.
All right. So the other door, who's opening this one? Anybody?
Reginald, of course.
Reginald. Okay. He opens the door. Again, no problem here. This is a small bedroom.
What sort of a bedroom?
It's not very fancy. It seems like where the help might stay.
Can
And
we
there's
investigate stuff around it?
Sure, yeah, there's a small end table next to the bed that appears to have a picture on it that's face down.
Sarissa will pick that up and take a look at it.
Okay, this looks to be the picture everyone was seeing in the mirror reflected
Oh,
Oh, those
back of the
found the thing.
family.
Perhaps we have to put it back where it was supposed to be.
That would make sense.
Yes, of course it would make sense, but very little in this house does, so we will see.
Up we go.
Come on, Gavin.
He's still he's sweating, and he has a handkerchief out and is dotting his forehead, and okay, I can do this. All right, and he keeps going.
You've done very well. Pat, pat.
And,
Is he though?
Shh.
On the way, I'm just like yelling at Sir Reginald for lagging behind. Of course, no one can tell because it's invisible.
Yeah, so you go back to the room, place the picture on the thing, and yeah, you hear a piece of metal fall, and you look around and you see the dagger the skeletal hand was holding, and that's live in the room
Oh,
after you place the picture back on the pedestal or on the shelf.
Sarissa will pick that up.
All right.
Does that mean that all is left is the room that stole my spear?
There's the main room up here and the room that stole your spear. Yeah.
We should try the big doors up here then, yeah?
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, do we think we have the ghost's dagger? Well, actually, saying that out loud, I don't know if we should return it to them.
I'm pretty good with the dagger.
I will hand it to you then.
If you don't mind, I'll offer to trade you one of my like non-ghost daggers.
Sarissa has her own.
Oh, perfect. Then I'll just resheath mine. Happy as. Does it feel pretty standard? Just a regular dagger?
Yes, it feels standard.
All right, yeah, let's head back to the main door. I'm gonna try out this ghost dagger.
Okay, so you're at the main door and you're prying it open with the ghost dagger, or?
Oh no, I just I'm
okay.
eager to use it eventually.
Okay.
It's a new toy. So these are like big double doors you said originally, right? Like
Yeah, these are big double doors.
Are they locked?
Are they locked?
Can I check them out?
Yes, actually, these are locked.
Yes. May I unlock them, please?
Yes, you can try to unlock them.
Okay. Let's see, 17 plus 5, 23 again.
Oh yeah, no problem. Not a hard lock at all. You just, it's almost like you barely touch it. You do this so well that you just go up and kind of click your lock picks in there once, and and you're like, hey.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, which is what you were doing all morning, right?
Yeah. So they're unlocked. They don't appear trapped either, I'm guessing.
No, these are not trapped.
Okay.
You didn't feel anything weird when you were messing with the lock, and nothing, you didn't spring anything, so.
Okay. Well, look at Cade, shall we? Door buddy.
Absolutely, door buddy.
Okay, as you open this one, there is another floating image, this time of an old woman hanging laundry. She turns, looks at you, her face extends and lets out a scream. So, Kane, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, I'm good at those. I'm a paladin, right? Yeah, I'm good at those. This'll be fine. This
Can I-
won't be fine. This won't be
Uh-oh.
fine at all.
Hold on.
So, see, here's the thing.
Can I give people my inspiration from earlier?
Oh, Kane, you do have inspiration because everyone did solve the riddle.
Oh, I did have. Okay, yes.
How does that work again?
Just roll again. And
Okay, good, because that was a 1 with a -1 modifier.
Oh no.
oh, that would have been very bad. Okay, so yeah, try again.
I forgot that we all got inspiration earlier. Does that mean I have 2?
No, you can only have one
Got it, okay.
inspiration at a time.
Thank you. Sorry.
This time we have a 19 with a -1, so
Okay.
18.
Yeah, similar to what Molly has felt, you feel these voices trying to assault your head, but the image vanishes, revealing a bedroom, with a large master bedroom with a balcony and a little music box on a end table next to the bed.
I think the music box is the key this time.
Oh, my last book had a story about a music box that used to actually melt people's brains while they were asleep. So if we could destroy that as soon as possible.
No, we don't know if that's the answer.
We also do have this little tiny figure. Does it look about the size that fits, like in a box like that?
There seems to be a dancer on top of the music box that is missing a partner.
Who builds their house to be such a damn puzzle like this? This is
Didn't
so
you build one of the like bookcases in your house to be like a puzzle?
Oh yes, yes. Sorry. But well, that was for entertainment. Well, I see your point.
I can put it there if you would all prepare to do your thing should
I will-
the worst happen.
I will protect you.
Thank you.
I will hide.
Awesome. And
That is not surprising.
Shouldn't
I-
be, honestly.
like walk over and just like with it extended at the very edge of my fingertips and just like "Nyeh."
You place it down and the partners dance and you hear this lovely tone. And from the outside, you hear a final
We won.
I want my spear back.
Maybe the house isn't so angry now and we could go check it out. But let's make sure there's a door.
That is a good point. Let's go make sure there is a door.
Okay.
as you go back down the steps and you see the door finally, a little imp appears about 4 feet tall. The impish goblin, like a combination, no wings, no tail. And he takes these 2 dagger-like needles and kind of sews the blackness together. He's like, "You're not leaving." And everyone can roll initiative.
Oh.
Can I speak to him in Infernal?
What a little brat.
Yes, you can.
I'm going to look at him and say, "Let us out."
You can roll intimidation.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. He's like, "I need souls. Give me a soul.
You're not getting
You can
ours.
go."
Well,
And he's trying to bargain with you, and they won't let you go without something.
Would you take a pair of boots that costs 125 gold pieces? I know you mean souls as in the immortal soul, but what about these?
Okay,
souls?
everyone roll initiative. He's annoyed by this. He teleports behind Everest and tries to stab him with his dagger. So
I'm gonna teleport away from him as soon as possible.
everyone roll initiative, and we'll see what happens first.
Okie doke.
21.
21.
11.
Oh, wow, guys.
10.
All right, hold on just a second here. All right, Everest, initiative,
17.
17. Kane,
21.
21. Wow.
Nice.
Sarissa,
21 also.
21. Which one of you wants to go first?
Kane can go first.
Kane can go
Thank
first.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Molly,
11.
11. Dawn,
6.
6. Okay. And Rox,
10.
10. All right. And for me, no. that's not so great for me. Okay. Kane, you are first. It has teleported behind Everest and is about to stab.
I'm a stabby stab first.
Okay, stabby stab first.
Get stuck.
Natural 20.
Wow. Okay. Do you have all your hit points with you?
I do have all of my hit points right
Okay.
now.
All right. So it'll just be a normal critical then. So
Where is the... There it is. I gotta find them D10s. So that is 17 points of damage from the glaive.
wow. Okay. So 17 points of damage. All right. It you cut into it and the sort of ooze that you kind of see on the wall kind of leaks out of it as you cut into it.
You should
Sarissa.
probably have a doctor look at that.
I'm going to, as I'm already speaking Infernal, I may as well cast Infestation. That is a con save of 11.
Con save of 11. All right. Sorry. Oh, yeah, that's a 7. So what happens?
Let's see. Take 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction. Well, that's fun. So 5 poison damage.
All right.
And 2, so he's moving 5 feet south.
Okay. He moves 5 feet away from Everest to the south.
Would that invoke an attack of opportunity at all or no?
Nope.
Darn.
Nope.
All right. And Everest.
All right. Everest is going to... Damn. Do I Bardic Inspiration, my friend, or do I use my bonus action to teleport away to safety? All right. Looks like it's time to jam in the face of danger. All right. Who goes next in the initiative?
Molly is after you.
All right. This one's for Molly. Kill this fucking imp. Give it more than a limp. Looks like a scaly chimp. Slap it like a pimp. And then I'm going to give you Bardic Inspiration. You get a d6.
Thank you.
Use to beat it up. And that's a bonus action. And then I'm going to stick it with my rapier and say, and this is for even thinking about stabbing me from behind and damaging my cape. Ooh, nat 20. Holy mackerels. Watch me roll 2 1s again.
Wow.
All right, so...
All right. You have all your hit points?
Yeah, I do have
Okay.
max HP.
All right.
And I am going to see. It's 2d8 plus 2. All right. 13 damage in all.
Okay. This imp is having a bad day, but he's still up. So Molly, it is your turn.
And
yes.
I actually, sorry, I would
go
like
ahead.
to. He's 5 foot away from me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna then. Oh, I would have had to have closed the distance to stab it with the rapier. With my remaining movement. Well, no, I don't want to.
He'll get an attack of he'll give you an attack of opportunity if you try to move away now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, all right, never mind then.
Molly?
Well, Everest has put himself in danger, but he sang me a super cool jam. So I'm gonna run up there and be like, I think you should really be looking at me. And I'm going to try to stab this imp with my short sword for the first attack. Okay, I think we might need to be inspired. That's better. Oops, sorry. Total 16.
That is a hit.
Yay. So he'll take a total of, oh man, come on. So it's not great, guys. I'm sorry. It is 5 plus 1, so 6 piercing damage. Oh, am I flanking? So would I have had advantage on that hit?
Yes, yeah, you have
okay.
Everest and Kane around, so yeah.
All right. It was the exact same, so that's really great. Super. So just the 6 damage, and then I will wheel at him with the ghost dagger. It's my last attack. So 18.
Okay, you rolled an 18 with the ghost dagger?
Yep.
Okay, as you plunge it forward, these sort of wisps of energy kind of spiral out of it, and you hit him. So roll me a d4.
D4? Okay.
Yep.
That's a total of 6 piercing damage.
6 damage. Okay. You feel like you made an extra big cut, like bigger than you were planning to.
Good news, everyone. And I just sort of gesture with the dagger. I'll keep in place.
And Rocks.
Yeah, Rox will move into position and do his trusty Ray of Frost.
All right.
It's going to be 11 to hit.
11 misses, unfortunately. The bit of ice flies right by his head. He is not looking well, but it is his turn before Dawn's, unfortunately. Kane dealt the biggest hit, so it's going to try to do 2 attacks against you. And let's see.
Come at me.
Righty. Gets a 8, I'm guessing misses.
Not even close.
Yeah. And a, what is that? How about a 18?
That one will hit. That'll
That
do.
one, that'll hit. Okay.
That'll do.
That'll do. All right. Yes.
How much does this hurt me?
Fortunately, well, I rolled low, but it's 5 points of damage.
That's survivable.
Okay, Dawn.
So Dawn sees upon seeing Kane getting hit, Dawn starts to like get all flustered and starts praying again and uses her healing word on Kane. So let me see here.
Why is Dawn the cutest thing?
She's cute. She
It's funny earlier when you started petting her head. I was just about to ask permission to pet her head, but then you just went straight for it and was like, well, I'm all right.
We've been buddies since I saved her from a tree.
Exactly.
So that is 5. Regains 5.
So I'm back to full.
Like
nothing ever happened.
And then she kind of like starts to inch her way closer and pulls out her mace and just kind of inches her way closer just in case she needs to help.
Thank you, Dawn.
No problem. Oh my God. Hesitant.
All right, we're back to the top of the round. Kane, it is your turn.
Stabby, stabby.
Alrighty.
And I'm flanking now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yay.
With your stick sword. That's what
I
I call
would
it.
assume that a dirty 20 hits.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's your bonus to hit?
2.
Okay. With that, and even if you did minimum damage, describe the final blow to this thing.
I'm gonna cut the imp straight in half right down the middle.
All right. You slice right through and it splits, and as it drops, it vanishes, and the walls come back to their original wooden cells, and the whole house begins to shake and vibrate. The door is there once again.
Well then, I will be the first to go ahead and try this out.
I think the house is coming down.
You walk out as pieces of the roof and are starting to collapse, and bits of ceiling on the inside are coming down on top of you.
I scurry out. There's no way I'm walking out if that's happening.
I'll grab Gavin.
I grab as many party members as I can take and just pull them out.
All right. You get out of there, and the house shakes. And as you get about 30 feet away, it just collapses and then bursts out as all these, what are apparently are a bunch of souls just kind of twist up back into the sky in a tornado like image, and they fly back into the air.
I'm going to face step 30 feet even further back once I see that. That's scary.
Well,
They stole my spear.
Quill in hand, just writing down what I'm seeing, even drawing like a little picture in the corner.
And Kane, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh no.
As my spear attempts to kill me. Oh no!
Oh no!
Use my inspiration. Use it. Use it.
I think I already did.
You
No,
used yours.
You used your own. I want to give you mine. Is that possible?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Use it.
Oh no!
I'll give you mine if we can just keep this train rolling.
No, just once. We'll
Just once.
stop there.
I rolled a
All right.
1 and a 2.
Oh no.
Oh God!
So you get your spear back in your shoulder. You have it back. So
Well, there you go. I can heal you if we rest an hour.
I got my spear back.
All right.
I just kind of look at it and go, okay.
Sarissa is going to mumble towards the house. I told you should have letting us go.
This book of mine is going to sell so many copies. You'll all get a cut. Speaking of, has 1, 2, how many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna give each of you 5 more gold because my character is sort of paying you to let him tag along. So I'm gonna give you split my 25 cut among the rest of the group.
all right. And with that, you all make your way back to Waterdeep. Now, a question. What are you doing with Gavin? He did break some laws, but he is willing to pay you, and he even says he will be kind of your press agent from now on. So, all right, are you going to keep him? Do you want to turn him in? What is his fate?
Out
As
of
long as he pays us, I don't care.
Yeah, out of character, my character's kind of good. He definitely would be really against turning him in. But at the same time, if those of you more business-minded people might not want a criminal being our representative, but my character's totally cool with it.
Kane doesn't really care.
I mean, Molly can kind of use her contacts to look him up to see just how criminal he is. And if he's
It's true,
more gray than black, she'd be fine with keeping him.
for sure.
Yeah, he's more in the gray area.
Yeah.
As far as they're concerned. So
Well, all right, we have a sketchy PR guy. Sweet.
No, no more swindling, and get that ground sanctified or something.
and yeah, he's like, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I-
I'll be in touch. and,
I-
and don't worry, you'll get your money. You'll get your money and a bonus, I'm sure. And he runs off back to
Sorry for slapping
his
you.
thing. And you all make it back to your place in the dock ward. Is there anything you guys would like to do? Yes.
I assume we have sort of like a common room with probably like a fireplace and a mantle.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the plague doctor mask that we took from Gavin and put it up on the mantle.
Yes.
It's like a little trinket.
Oh, excellent.
We
We
can
should
collect
take a trinket.
trophies.
Yeah, we should collect trophies from every mission as a kind of like hanging up the first dollar bill we made, you know.
Remember that time the house almost ate us?
Oh yes, and that weird mask somehow has. Yeah. Do we still have a ghost dagger?
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, Molly still has a ghost dagger.
Oh well, not we then.
The royal we.
All right. Yes, I am in dire need of a bath and a nap, so I will be going away for the evening.
Just before we split up, do any of the magic-y folk, can you identify to see if the dagger's actually anything or if it's just a cool dagger?
I
No?
could do detect magic, but I don't know how much that would. I think it would just give me the school of magic, perhaps.
Yeah, it's magical, and we'll get to that between sessions, what it
Cool.
is, and you can spend
Perfect.
time identifying it if you wish.
Oh yeah.
So is there anything else? Otherwise, there's a little bit of a wrap up bit.
I was gonna say that Dawn stole Everest's cape to use to nap on it in front of the fireplace.
Oh no, this is
She's
the worst.
using it as a blanket and she's just napping in front of the fireplace.
Now I have to go to the store and buy fresh adhesive to get all this cat hair out of my linens.
Dawn is happy. You will leave her be.
I'll just buy another cloak.
Yes, you
Now you
will.
have an excuse to shop.
She'll use that new cloak, I'm sure, the same way. It'll just have a cloak pile by the end of the month.
And as you leave Sleeping Dawn on a cloak and discuss future cloak plans, we go back to where the house was, which is just sort of a pit in the ground now. And from there, bubbles up this ooze, and it comes up to the ground, and it starts spreading out from there like veins all through the land. And that's where we'll end. Thank you
Oh,
all for
no.
joining us today.
Oh no.
What
Oh,
have we
no.
unleashed?
We didn't double tap.
Cliffhanger! I
Only
paused the
salt and
episode right
burn.
before the cliffhanger.
So, thank you all for joining us. This has been Waterdeep is Falling, our very first episode. Yay!
Yay.
Yay. We're going to go around and do our outros now, starting once again with Leland.
Hello again. I'm Leland, aka Leopold the Just. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Leopold the Just, all one word, lowercase. I am a social media consultant for a few different companies, Fantasy Grounds, a film company called Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and another show and channel called Audio Dungeon. As far as just something I want to plug for myself personally, on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/Dark Galaxies Gaming, you can find a playthrough, like a sandbox homebrew playthrough of Tales of Salt, or sorry, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and it's a show called Tales from Saltmarsh. We're getting some art done right now. It looks pretty awesome, but still in progress. But soon we'll have some good promotional material for it. But other than that, I super enjoyed playing this character and super enjoyed playing with all these characters and enjoy this channel immensely. So thanks for having me.
I'm Adam. You can find me on all the socials at Adamus Lamas. I am also the GM for The Gods We Know. We play every Tuesday. We're taking like a 2-week break from streaming, but we're going to be back up next week. I don't remember what else I was supposed to say, but thank you, Impact RPG, for bringing me on.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am on the Ravenloft game, which you would have seen last night, every first and third Friday of the month. We will be back May 1st, I think. And I'm also on this. And I also make all the graphics, well, most of the graphics for Impact RPG. So that's about it for me.
I'm Vera. You can find me at Vera Says Dragons just about everywhere on the internet. I will be here on Saturdays doing Waterdeep Has Fallen because this is super fun. I had a blast. Otherwise, you can find me on Do Respite, usually on Wednesdays at 11 EST, although this week is our break as last Wednesday was our mid-season finale, which had a whole lot of ups and downs. And every now and then I run things and do other things on there, so you can find me there a lot.
And I'm Lori, aka Calamity Jane. That's Calamity Jane, Calamity_JAYN, pretty much everywhere else on the internet. I'll be here every Saturday with Waterdeep Has Fallen, and you can also see me coming up for Jasper's Game Day, or Game Day Week, which will be May 3rd to the 7th, and I will be playing in a game on Monday the 4th at 2 p.m. with some Impact folks. So you should definitely tune in and support Jasper's Game Day and come back and see Impact. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Michi. You can find me on all social media as Witty Michi, and you can also find me on Twitch streaming many variety of video games as Witty Michi on most evenings. And if you can't find me there, you'll find me here on Saturdays, which I had a lot of fun doing. Thank you for inviting me, guys.
All right, thank you all. I am DC Lasair, DCLASAIR on most all the things. You can find me mostly on Twitter and a lot of places on Twitch. I would like to thank our producer Misty of Impact RPG. This show doesn't air without her at all, so we need her. I'd like to thank Crystal for our graphics, which you see around us. They are amazing. And thank you to all my players, Leland, Adam, Lori, Dawn, Vera, and Crystal once again. Thank you all for watching. We will be back next week, same time, same channel. And coming up Sunday on Impact RPG, we have a show called Worlds of Astoria at 5 p.m. Eastern. Thank you again for watching, and it was a pleasure, and hope to see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.